everybody, and welcome to the newest indoor adventure in Tomb of Annihilation, Part 10. Today is It's June, right? We've made it to June? Cool. I always get June and July mixed up. June 7th, 2020, and you are loved. And I feel like that is a very important message for you all to hear now more than ever, with all of the stuff that's been going on outside. So, hey, maybe you're joining us. Take a seat, relax. If you enjoy what you see here, consider going to youtube.com/indooradventures. Not only are we there at the beginning telling you how much we love and appreciate everybody who's decided to stop by, but that's also where we keep all of our videos. So if you would like a backlog of tabletop games to find yourself a part of, youtube.com/indooradventures. Pretty swell place to go. Other than that, if you are more of an audio person, you can go and inspect us wherever audio casts are made available for free under the same moniker. However, if you would like to help support the show, consider going to our Patreon at patreon.com/indooradventures. Right now, we are currently self-sustaining from Adobe and Zoom and Pretzel. We are actually making a profit off of this channel, which is really weird. It's like net $2 in terms of profit, but that just means that eventually all of that money is going to go into increasing either art assets, electrical equipment, that sort of thing, and it's always appreciated. We've actually gained a couple new patrons lately. Let's keep the ball rolling. And hey, if you are already a patron, you're like, but Indoor, I still want to support the show. How am I supposed to do this? Well, have I got the place to be. It's called indooradventure.redbubble.com. That's right, we have a merch store set up at Redbubble, and right now I am doing matching on face masks that we sell, because we have recently added new awesome face masks to our store. They have the symbol of Tiamat upon them, so if you want to stay safe while going outside, on top of being able to praise Queen, hey, we got you covered. It's a pretty cool time. And speaking of cool times, hey RJ, who you playing tonight?
Hey everybody, I'm RJ and I'll be playing as Hassan, the Yuan-Ti Druid Cleric, and I noticed that the kittens are big enough to be yeeted now.
Oh, yeeted. I thought you said eated.
I mean...
Hi, I'm LBHackEmUp. This is my friend Ruse, and I'll be playing RinRin, the monk. Tabaxi. I'd like to say happy Pride, everyone. Danae.
I'm so sorry. Hi, everybody. I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener. I'm going to be playing as Baz, the Drow Rogue Fighter.
What? And I am the Indoor Adventurer. And I won't be your Dungeon Master. I was about to say it. Tricked ya. I'm going to be playing Teshvael de Falarin, the Mark of Shadow Elven Paladin. And before I pass it off to Tyler, hey, happy belated birthday, RJ.
Yay!
Dog.
Happy belated birthday!
Happy
Thanks,
birthday,
guys.
belated RJ.
Birth!
Hi, everyone. I am Tyler, and I will be your GM tonight. And let's go ahead and start off with a recap of 2 weeks ago. Last time, Racket's resilient ramblers achieved a Pyrrhic victory in their attack on Firefinger. A conflict with gravity left Racket flightless, while a conflict of interest sparked disagreements between party members. Now, armed with the information that a ritual performed by the Aarkokra could hasten their progress, they travel to Kir Sable. What further perils will our heroes face? Will they cross the Laughing Gorge unscathed? Find out on the Indoor Adventure presents the Tomb of Annihilation. You were traveling through the jungle towards the Laughing Gorge. And as you break out of the forest, a expanse at least 100 feet deep and maybe even more across opens up before you, and an ancient bridge stands there. It is lined down the sides with statues of monkeys, and live monkeys too are jumping between these statues and dropping down to the vines hanging underneath the bridge. And they are in a constant state of rambling to each other. And as you guys exit the jungle, they cease chattering quite suddenly, and the echoing of their chattering sounds like distant and mocking laughter. And here you are at the Laughing Gorge, Ataz Muhaha in Chulton. What would you like to do?
So the bridge is definitely a trap, right?
I don't know. Is it a trap?
Who would set a trap on such a perfectly passable bridge?
That's exactly why you would put a trap there.
The ancient Chultans, it is said, built this bridge to protect, well, to mainly cross the gorge, but they did put in some protections, it is rumored. And she walks up to one of the sides of the bridge, and as you get close to it, you see that it is, sorry, that was Azaka, your guide.
Yeah, no, she's got a distinct voice, we know.
It's been 2 weeks, and I'm like, yeah, they'll remember everybody, but for the viewers, their guide, Azaka. She walks up to one of the sides, and as you get closer to the bridge, you can see that it is intricately carved on the bottom, on the sides, all the way across, with maze-like symbols. And she walks up to one of them and puts her finger on it and says, "This might just be some rumor given to us as children to keep us scared, but to pass, you trace the mazes along." And she will start tracing the maze, and actually...
Tesh is so much more down for this bridge now that he knows there's a maze involved.
And as you remember, last time you came across a statue of a imposing Chultan king, and on the pedestal of the statue was a circular maze, and you followed the maze to its completion and were gifted a use of find something, being able to use a spell to find where you want to go.
Is this bridge made out of stone?
Yes.
I was imagining a crickety rope bridge.
Oh, no, sorry. Yes, it is made of ancient stones, and the carvings, the nearly lifelike statues of these monkeys align it. And as you get closer, you can see probably 60 feet down is a large, imposing statue on the center of the bridge, of a large Chultan man.
So the blessing was find the path?
Find the path, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And you were able to use that to find your way, even without Azaka's guidance, to the Laughing Gorge.
Okay. That's what I thought I'd used. Got it.
It is.
All right. He's going to see how far... I think... Okay. Tesh will see if any of these maze starts call out to him specifically.
All right. Make a... I don't think any of them specifically call out. There's not necessarily something that says, start here. It's just there are a lot of patterns all around, and you can pretty much jump in wherever you want.
Okay.
And if you... everyone make a perception check.
I'm good at those. Wait, is it daytime?
It is daytime, yes.
I'm less good at those. All right. Well, on one of my dice, I got a 19, but on the other one, I got a natural 1.
Ooh, nice.
And now the sun's got into my eyes.
Wow, Baz.
11.
21.
17.
Cool. for the 17 and 21, so Tesh and Hassan, looking down the sides of this this bridge, I guess the railings, as they were, the sides are about like 5 feet up, and then stacked on top of them are these statues of monkeys. And you can see that there has been a lot of overgrowth from lichens and moss and vines. So, like, kind of looking at where you think you need to go on the maze, you can see a lot of it is actually covered up by vegetation. And about that point, Azaka has been already walking down the bridge, following some paths. She gets to some lichen and pulls out a dagger and starts scraping it off so she can continue.
Hassan will put a finger against the wall and try and trace where Azaka was going.
Cool. Go ahead and make me an intelligence check. And anyone else who is going to trace the maze, also make an intelligence check.
Oh, bye-bye.
Racket, following along with you, will also faithfully follow the maze.
I want to lie about this. I have to re-roll it because it went on my keyboard, but I rolled a natural 20.
I'm willing to allow that.
No, every time it rolls on my keyboard, I always re-roll it.
Okay, fair enough. You got a 5?
None.
5 total.
Only
Yep.
got 4.
Hassan,
Easy,
Dirty
dumb
20.
elf boys.
dirty 20, and RinRin.
9.
Okay. You guys
Baz
are
is
really-
Baz is just following after Tesh because he got the last one just fine.
Yeah. No,
Obviously, he knows how to do these maze things.
I just enjoy them. I just think they're neat.
I just think they're neat. Wow, this is so fun. Well, if it makes any of you feel better, Racket got a 0.
Oh, my big
Oh,
boy.
dumb boy.
He's very dumb. You all are tracing these mazes, and I think a few of you will get to points where you find lichen and other parts growing over the path that you plan on taking. How do you try and get around these paths, these breaks in the path? Like, you could just like brute force your finger along the moss, or scrape some of it off with some equipment.
Sounds like something that would be on one of those oddly satisfying videos.
Dagger to the wall like a lotto scratcher.
Okay, yeah. Just,
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'll use. Like my shield to just kind of like
okay, yeah.
scrape the end.
Baz is falling after Tesh, so he just lets him do all the work.
Oh wait, no! I could just ask
What?
Summerwise to do it. Just like, can
Oh,
you just
yeah.
like scrape at that
Summerwise-
for me, bud? Just so that way I
Yeah.
don't have to take my finger off of where it is, because I don't know if that's like if that'll bone me in the end.
Yeah, some riders will jump down and like scratch away at the path that you're coming up to, and just push all the lichen out of your way. And Baz follows you, just following the same path that you did. And as you get to the middle of the bridge, there is a stone shrine that stands at the midpoint. It is an imposing statue of a Cholton warrior wearing a war mask, hunkered down like a panther ready to pounce. Like the monkeys elsewhere on the bridge, the carving is highly stylized, and there are bright gems that flash in its eye sockets. There is a human skeleton lying crumpled near the statue's feet. You can see from just your vantage point that several of its bones are obviously broken, but it's impossible to tell whether these injuries happened while the person was alive or caused by scavengers after death.
Don't like that.
And I think as you guys are following along, Racket is trailing behind and just having a hard time, like making his way through the maze. Just kind of throws his hands up in defeat and begins walking. And as you guys near the statue, those of you that rolled below a 10, which is everyone but Hassan and Azaka, the statue turns its gaze onto you. And we're going to have to roll initiative.
Oh god, don't hit me.
I like how it was a
didn't-
10.
It was a 10.
Yeah, and we couldn't get it yet.
It's not
I would
that
like
hard.
to say that RinRin, when she got to the lichen, she just started eating it. I mean, she her hand was on the thing, like she started scraping at it. That wasn't doing that, so she started eating it.
That raspy tongue, just
Yeah.
meh.
It's the cat thing where they're just rubbing the front of their face and the big
yeah.
tooth is just like scraping it away.
I did kind of think that you guys would pass that intelligence check. I don't know why.
You thought wrong.
I thought
Dare you overestimate our intelligence?
It's the camera
I-
pushing from the
I
office
also
onto Hassan's
overestimated-
face.
definitely overestimated Racket's intelligence. He's a
Just set the
dum-dum.
DC at 8 next time.
Also, just so that you guys know, scraping off the lichen decreased the difficulty, but only if you scraped it off with not your fingers.
Okay.
Nailed it.
So you guys, truth is, game was rigged from the start. All right, go ahead with your initiatives, please.
19.
Nice.
9.
Less nice.
Also 9.
RinRin's faster, I think.
I believe so.
14.
Nice.
I didn't track my calendar last session.
And here is Azaka, and stay dumb, my poor boy.
What does this statue look like? Is it a human statue or like a big monkey statue?
It is a human statue. Hassan. At the top of the round, you see the statue gaze upon you. Its gem-filled eyes glittering in the sunlight. What do you do?
Don't like that. Fuck. He's gonna take his hand off the wall and cast. What happens when I cast this at high levels? Okay, I'm gonna cast my new spell, Summon Bestial Spirit.
Nice.
Call forth the spirit of a beast. The spirit manifests physically in an unoccupied space that you can see within range. The corporal form uses the beast spirit stat block below. When you cast a spell, choose an environment, air, land, or water. I'm going to choose air. The creature physically resembles an animal of your choice that is native to the chosen environment. Creature's friendly, and it has these stats. 11 plus level of the spell, so it's at 14 AC. It has Constitution modifier, so that's 3 plus 6 plus 10 times the spell's level, so 36 HP. It has 60 feet of flying and flyby attack.
Oh, nice. So what does it look like?
Flying snake.
Okay, sweet. So it is kind of a spiritual flying snake, and cool. Does it act on your turn?
Immediately after mine.
Sweet.
So he's gonna do that and tell him in the Yuan-Ti tongue to sick him.
Sick 'em. Cool.
Does a 18 and 4, 22 hit?
Yes.
Okay, hold down. It does a maul attack, which is 1d8 plus 4 plus 3 in pierce damage.
Fun question. Would this be considered a magical attack?
I think that'd be up to you, honestly.
What kind of guardian is it?
It's a Unearthed Arcana spell called Summon Bestial Spirit.
Yeah.
I conjure a physical manifestation of a spirit.
Okay.
6, 8, 9. So, actually, let me see if it mentions if it's... No, it just says in piercing damage. It doesn't say anything about the attack being magical.
It's fine.
Is it?
No.
Oh, okay. 12 points of piercing damage as it slams into it and then flies away.
Right. You see your new bestial spirit slam into this thing, and it does not make a dent.
Run. Oh no.
So what else are you doing with your turn?
Is there any place where I can find cover?
So as far as the dynamics of the battle space, you are at the midpoint of this bridge. A deep valley below you, at least 100 feet down, and rushing water is going through there. The sides are about 5 feet tall, and it is 40 feet across. Looking ahead, you can see the other side of the ravine, but you're the second highest passive, right?
So. I'm at
Actually,
13.
no, RinRin is. You guys see that at the far end of the bridge, the stonework falls away, and there's at least a 20-foot gap between the bridge and the other side of the ravine. So the bridge has a hole in it.
Cool. That's my turn. If I can't find cover, I'll try to back away a little bit.
Okay. On Azaka's turn, she will see this thing animate and yell, "You all need to run now." And she has already gotten slightly past it, and she's going to stand ready to protect anyone who gets past her. Teshvael.
This seems pretty bad. I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
Then I'm going to start running in the direction I was told to run.
Awesome. Go ahead. You are invisible. Using... you'd have to use a dash, which I don't think you can.
Can't.
Casting.
Nope.
Yeah, so you can get within 10 feet of where the you can see it is just a sheer drop out of the bridge to the floor below, and the metrics of this part of the bridge is this bridge is an arch, so the part where you're at is slightly higher than the lip of the ravine, effectively making the distance between where you guys will be and the lip of the ravine 15 feet.
Sounds good.
And go ahead and yeah, no, that's good. Anything else on your turn?
No, I'm just going to be running towards where we need to go invisibly.
Awesome. RinRin, Tesh disappeared. Zaka yelled for everyone to run. What would you like to do?
I will stand with Azaka and guard as people are running out. And then once everyone is past us, she'll tell her to go. because RinRin is a lot faster than her.
Okay.
I will ready an action that if something comes within my attack range, I will attack them. And I will do so with my quarterstaff, so I have reach.
Ooh, cool. So you'd have 10-foot reach on anything that...
Wait. No, I don't have reach.
Or is that pole arm?
It says, no, quarterstaff is a 5-foot reach.
Oh, then, yeah. It's just within melee.
Yeah.
Baz, you were following Tesh, and he disappeared, and you don't know what happened to him. Azaka and RinRin are past the statue. Hassan is still near, about, I'd say, equal footing, like equal distance past the statue. Since you didn't really use any of your movement, but you were the only one that was succeeding on your on tracing, so you're a bit further along the bridge, like Azaka was. What would you like to do, Baz?
Baz is going to try something that he learned back in Drow boarding school. He'd never succeeded at it before, but maybe with the current level, he might be able to pull it off.
Firecrackers in the toilet seat.
He's gonna give him a swirly. No. He's gonna run up next to RinRin, and he's going to point at one of the statue's gem eyes, and he's going to cast darkness on it.
Cool. Remind me what darkness does.
Darkness. Magical darkness spreads from a point you choose within range to fill a 15-foot radius sphere for the duration.
Okay.
Creature with dark vision can't see through this darkness, and non-magical light can't illuminate it.
Cool. It's a 15-foot sphere.
Yes.
This is a large creature, so it just kind of envelops the entire thing itself.
Time to go.
You
And
are
I'm
up
going...
next to RinRin.
I will continue running with a bonus action dash.
Okay. With your bonus action dash, you get up to the ledge of the bridge. You see that there is a 15-foot gap that you would have to cross. But also, taking a quick look around, you notice that the railings of the bridge kind of lean out a little bit further over this gap, effectively decreasing the distance you'd have to jump.
Okay.
You also see lots of vines hanging below, and several monkeys are held up in these vines, looking at you and chittering, which, as it echoes through this canyon, sounds like laughter.
Oh, that's why they call it the Laughing Gorge.
Not the time, Basil.
I suppose that's the end of my turn.
On Racket's turn, he is now alone on one side of this large construct, which is now darkened, and you guys,
I should still be with him, I think.
Close, yeah, like within 10 feet of him.
Okay.
I didn't really get a marching order of you guys crossing the bridge. But he... I think he is just going to dash very frightened past this thing and get up to near where the break is. And as you actually see him, like, he runs over there and like he takes a few steps like he's about to take flight, and then like comes to a halt as he realizes that his wing is immobilized. And like I think he like crashes into you to steady himself.
Two of them clutch each other in fear.
You put darkness. Can you put darkness on like a person or a?
It's
object?
centered on a point, and then they can move, I think. Right.
You can also put it on an object.
Mm-hmm. And you've tried to put it on its eyes.
Just one of them.
Just one of its eyes. You know what? I like it. I'm gonna let you get away with that because the eye is not necessarily part of the creature itself. Well, you put it on its eye. However, let's see if it can figure out. It kind of the darkness like moves around, like this creature's looking for you guys. It kind of pinpoints at least a general direction that you guys are, and starts lumbering towards your side of the bridge, getting within range of RinRin and Azaka. So RinRin, you can roll your attack if you like. RinRin? LB?
Sorry?
The statue got within.
Oh, okay.
It lumbered towards you. So
Sorry,
you can
I
make
have
your
someone
attack.
playing with my.
Yeah, no worries.
RinRin is going to attack.
It has darkness cast on it, so it's going to have to be at disadvantage.
Sorry,
no.
I rolled a 2.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I am now in darkness.
Yeah, it had darkness enveloping it, so as it gets
Solid.
closer to you, you are in darkness.
All right, first attack. I assume a 9 misses.
Yes.
My second attack is a 17. Is my lowest.
Okay. That matches.
Solid. For
Uh,
9 damage.
However, your punches are not magical, are they?
No.
Next level.
You.
Well,
start
I was using my quarterstaff, so
Okay.
that's not magical.
Well, you start hitting in the dark, and you can feel it connecting, but you feel no give in your attacks.
Ooh.
And I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Solid. 14.
Unfortunately, that does
Can
not...
it target things it can't see?
Huh? No, it can't.
Woo!
Good catch, babe.
Thanks.
In that case, it is going to just try and swing in the dark
Oh boy.
at disadvantage. One for you, one for Azaka. Ooh, that's bad. 13.
That does not hit me.
And another 13 versus Azaka does not hit her either, I don't believe. Oh, it does hit her. Oh, Azaka. At the top of the round is Hassan. It moved away from you towards Azaka and RinRin. You still have, I'm going to say, 40 feet till the gap in the bridge where Baz and Racket are. 20
Cool.
feet to where RinRin and Azaka are. And Azaka just got, like, this darkness moved towards them, and just a fist comes out of the darkness and hits her square in the chest, and she feels it.
I'm gonna cast Thorn Whip into the darkness.
Okay. What does Thorn Whip do again, please?
I make create a long vine-like whip covered in thorns that lashes out. At your command, I make a melee spell attack against the target. If it hits, they take 2d6 piercing damage, and if the creature is large or smaller, I pull it 10 feet closer to me.
Okay. It is large, so you have to hit it to be able to pull it.
Yeah, so...
And if it is in darkness, you would
Disadvantage.
make this attack at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Is
18.
18. Well hit.
And 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay. And this would be considered
Magical, because it's a spell.
I usually consider spell attacks magic damage.
I mean,
druids, I don't know.
That seems right.
from this is gonna be great. Hassan extends his right hand, and you can see the scales and skin underneath it undulate as a burst of serpents come out and lash into the darkness. and he will yank back to pull it.
And this thing darkness enveloping it slides back 10 feet.
And he will use his movement to run 30 feet forward.
Cool. Skirting around this golem, you get within 10 feet of the edge. What does your bestial spirit do?
Attacks. Well,
Cool.
I'm gonna drop it because it's not helpful.
Unfortunately, no.
I need the concentration.
That is quite unfortunate. Azaka will kind of plan to move with RinRin. So I think she's going to delay her turn until after you. So she has an attack ready and will move with you. Tesh, you are invisible. You are 10 feet from the edge. How long does your invisibility last? For like an hour, right?
Yeah, as long as I focus on it, really. So I'm going to... Baz is at the edge?
Yes, Baz and Racket are at the edge.
So I feel like if you know Tesh, all you got to do is just like look for Summerwise at this point.
Yeah, Summerwise is circling.
Yeah, Summerwise isn't invisible.
Yeah, he doesn't have a perch.
No. He said his perch is gone. Or there's just like a perched pseudo dragon that's just like bobbing through the air. But I am going to come up behind Baz. And in the darkness, I will say, I'm doing what you told me to. I'm going to be working as a member of the team, and I will use my aid action on Baz to assist them in their jump next turn, because using an aid action doesn't break invisibility.
Okay, yeah, no.
It only ends if I attack or cast a spell, but if I'm helping, like my hands are down here. No, not there. That's
Like,
my chest. A little lower.
Summerwise like scrambles down your arms and
Yeah.
like, sits underneath your hands, ready to give Baz a perch to jump.
Yeah, like I'll invisibly interlock my fingers and just like be able to give a boost to Baz.
Awesome.
Yep. So that's my turn.
Cool. RinRin?
Hello, my name is RinRin. I'm gonna peek my head out from the darkness. Can I see where my friends are?
Well, actually, the thing got pulled away from you, so you are not in darkness anymore. You can see your friends about 10 feet behind you at the lip of the bridge.
Should I do something stupid?
Oh.
Sure, why not? RinRin's gonna run past it the other way.
Okay.
She'll attempt to like either make a lot of noise or like kind of touch it as she goes past.
Awesome. Actually, I think what you do, since you did okay on the maze check, but still didn't pass. I think you like run your fingers just haphazardly along these mazes, trying to get its attention. How far down the bridge do you go?
I mean, I have 40 feet of movement, so how long is the bridge?
About 100 feet. From where you are, it's 50 feet to the side that you guys came from.
Okay, I'm going the other way. So, yeah, I'll run about 40 feet.
Cool. So just to be sure, your friends are behind you, and you are running away from them, trying to get the attention of the golem.
Yep.
Awesome. Azaka's not going to follow you. I think she like reaches out, like, "What are you doing?" And then like looks between you and realizes that you're very fast and this thing is very slow, and just shrugs and makes her way to the ledge. And since she held her turn until after yours,
Don't yell at me, don't break my
standing or
fan.
running long jump, anyone?
As long as you get 10 feet of movement, you add triple your strength mod.
I have it open. When you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump.
I'm thinking
Cool.
about lift.
She, you know what? She's going to hold her position and wait for other people to get off because you guys have made a good enough impression on her that she's not going to just peace out on y'all. Baz.
Are there vines on the other side of the jump?
There are vines hanging below.
Okay.
You think you might, like, as in you want to try and jump and be able to catch yourself on them, right?
Yeah. I don't think I don't think I can cover this full distance.
What's your strength score?
It's 11.
Mm-hmm. But looking at the edges of the sides, they kind of go out another 5 feet. You think you might be able to pounce up onto there and then clear the different distance.
Kyber's blessing upon you, friend. You also have advantage on this check because I am
And you
aiding
have
you.
advantage on the attack or on the check because
There are
Tesh
also vines below the bridge that you can snag onto to pull yourself up.
See how this goes.
Say yeet.
Okay. You said that if I hopped up on the railing, it goes out a little bit farther.
Yeah.
Okay. Baz is gonna use that kip up from Tesh to get up on the railing, and then with a running start, he's gonna try and get across the gorge.
Cool. You have 11 strength, so normally this would be the 10 feet jump would be easy, but as you're getting up on the railing, it starts to feel a little unstable. So I need you to make an acrobatics check as you make the jump.
With advantage, right?
With advantage.
11.
Okay. You clear the distance, but you run up to the edge of the railing, and as you take your last step to make the jump, you feel the ground give away beneath you, and you just almost make it to the other side. I need you to make a now dexterity saving throw.
Uh-oh. I'm in danger. 12. This boy can't roll over a 10 tonight, guys.
No, he's in trouble. You start to fall down and catch hold of some of these vines, but you fall further than you think you should. I'll say as you're falling, you grab a vine and think, okay, this is fine. Then it snaps and you swing towards the other side. And you take 7 bludgeoning damage as you hit the other wall.
Okay, I'm gonna do a concentration save for my darkness.
Yep.
Oh, now you roll over a 10. 13.
You know where it counts.
Okay, cool. You make it to the other side, but you're now 10 feet below the lip, holding onto some vines.
That's fine.
Racket, who is standing next to you, looks at where Summerwise is and where Tesh is, at where you jumped, and just shrugs and goes for it as well. This time at not at advantage because
I'm not helping him.
Person.
Not that I don't want to, I just can't. It's action economy.
He hops up onto the opposite side's railing, seeing that yours crumpled, and follows suit, jumping and soaring across because he's also very light, and lands on the other side. And starts signing to everyone else to hurry up, but you guys don't really. I get you get the gist, but
Baz is in distress. He's like, he says, "Hurry!"
The stone golem is distracted, and because RinRin has more speed than it right now, it starts lumbering through with darkness towards her, unable to reach her. At the top of the round is Hassan.
He will yell over to RinRin to get back here, and I will hold my action, which is to cast Spike Growth at the construct's feet.
And what would Spike Growth do?
The ground in a 20-foot radius centered on a point within range twists and sprouts hard spikes and thorns. The area becomes difficult terrain for the duration, and when a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage every 5 feet it moves.
Ooh.
So what I want to do is center the point where like the last 5 feet is going to catch it, and so it has to move through like the entire 20-foot space.
So as soon as it turns around and starts moving towards you, you'll cast it in a place where it would have to move through the most of it.
Yeah.
And it's what, 20 feet?
20 feet in a radius of 20 feet.
Radius. Oh, that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
40. That would cover the entire bridge. Well, the entire width of the bridge, and then another 40 feet. Sweet. Hassan is holding his action to do that. It's Tesh because Azaka held her turn. You just helped Baz across the bridge. Saw Racket soar across. I also want to say, like, as he jumped across, like, he stuck out one wing and the other one just kind of like stuck, was still immobilized. So he kind of spun in the air a little bit before landing on the other side.
Whirlybird.
He's a whirlybird.
How far is it to the bottom?
Oh, to the bottom, at least 100 feet.
Cool.
How's that heavy armor doing for you, boy?
It's fine. I'm strong.
You're dexterous.
We're all dex-based.
Know that I love you, Jay. And he's just going to like 10 feet of movement and just try. Because it's only a 10-foot gap, right?
It's a 10-foot gap if you use the railing. It's a 15-foot gap if you do not use the railing.
I'll use the railing.
Okay. You hop up on the railing like Baz did and make your run for the other side. Go ahead and make an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics or athletics?
Acrobatics.
Because the board might snap.
16.
Okay. Your trust is well placed as you find sure footing as you run across the railing and leap across the gap, landing next to Racket.
I'll go over to the vine that Baz is currently climbing up and I'll start pulling it up.
Start pulling him up. And as you're doing that, RinRin, Hassan just yelled for you to come back. The creature in darkness is lumbering after you.
How fast is it moving?
It is moving 30 feet per turn.
Okay. And how much farther do I have till I'm on the other side?
Until you exit the bridge on the other side is another 20 feet.
He's glaring at you, by the way.
Hassan?
Yeah.
He's on the other side of darkness.
You can feel it.
Yeah.
As this thing's like lumbering, the darkness is moving, and you can just see Hassan behind it just glaring.
I imagine that when a drow casts darkness, it's like particle effects emitting from a particle effect emitter. That's not very descriptive.
Like
you know what I mean.
It's like when
it's
you're
like smoke.
using the Unreal Engine to program super relatable content.
Well, okay, like, you've played video games. You've seen smoke come out of a one position. That's what I think.
Okay.
And this thing
like,
is still made of stone, yes?
Yes.
On the other side of this, is there a a rope or a tree or something. Or I'm sorry, not a rope or tree, like a post on the side that I'm on.
How do you mean?
Like if the bridge is made of wood, are there like
No,
pillars?
the bridge is made of stone.
I'm sorry, stone. But are there pillars at the end? Like decorative pillars, like this is the end, and then there's the thing that goes, the railing, you know?
Yeah, I'll say like at the far end, there's like statues of monkeys on either side. Like, are you kind of trying to denote where is the end of the bridge?
No, I might do something stupid.
Okay.
RinRin is going to. I don't know how strong she is. We'll find out. Let's see if this works. RinRin's going to take out her rope, and she is going to interact with the object to, or I guess this could be an action, to tie off the rope on one of the pillars.
Okay. Unlike one of the statues. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then she's going to use her movement. He's only 10 feet away from me now, right?
Yeah.
She's going to use her movement to... I'm trying to see do physics here. The end of the bridge goes off on land, right?
Yeah.
And then, so the bridge ends, and then there's the way across. What I would like to do is I would like to take the rope, run it around this guy, jump off the bridge onto the land, and pull him off of the bridge.
Right.
Do you understand the physics that I'm talking about here?
So basically, you want to make like a fulcrum sort of dealie so that you drag him off one way while you tug the other way.
Yeah. So it's tied here. He's here. RinRin is going to run around him and then kind of go this way and pull him so he tumbles off the bridge.
Right. The side of the bridge that you were running to is fully intact. It doesn't have any holes in it.
Yes, I know. I want to pull him over the railing.
Over the railing. So
Yeah.
you jump off the railing and try and pull him with you, or?
I want to jump at an angle onto the other side of the cliff face so that I'm not where the bridge ends, but I'm over here a little bit. So.
Oh man, I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around.
Wait, hold on. I got it. Hold on. Okay. Bridge.
In our Discord chat is a picture of the bridge that Danae shared.
Okay. So it's story time. So
yes.
This is the bridge.
It is round.
This is the this is the other side, okay? He's right here, and this is the post. RinRin's going to tie a rope around him and then jump this gap,
right,
not on the bridge, and she's
Right,
going to try
right,
to pull
right.
him off over the edge that way.
How
terrible.
far can RinRin jump?
I have 40 feet of movement, and plus my
Strength.
I have my strength of 11,
Mhm.
but I also have my feline agility. I don't know if that'll help at all.
You've got your cat's claws, which give you a climbing speed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you.
I'm trying to use physics to help me here
Yeah.
because I
no,
know I'm not
absolutely.
strong enough to pull him off, but
So you run the remaining 20 feet to the end. You tie off the rope real quick,
Mhm.
and you have 50 feet of rope, right?
yep.
So you'd have to go another 20 feet back
Uh,
to go around him.
yep.
Sorry, 30 feet because he's
10 feet
10
large.
feet back from where you were.
Okay.
So you have to go 30 feet back,
Uh,
and then to the side is another 5 feet. But from there, you are still 30 feet, or yeah, to go from around
right,
him
right.
to
I
the
wouldn't make
side,
it to the
You'd only have, you'd be first of all 10 feet short of rope, and
right.
you wouldn't be able to make the jump of 30 feet.
Hmm.
However,
You
if
could just
you
go directly off the edge of the
just
bridge.
jump
Yeah.
directly off, you might be able to tug him with your weight and as a fulcrum.
There are vines under there that you could catch onto, and you're also still holding a rope.
True. I'll do that. I'm gonna go around him. I'm not just gonna go around him once. Then I'll do a full circle around him, so he's
Okay.
like and I'm gonna try to get him like
Around
he's
the
large,
center.
right? Yeah, like higher up, so it's easier to do. And then you just see RinRin go running around this guy. Well, you can't see the darkness. You see her come out of the darkness and just like swan dive off this bridge with a rope wrapped around her wrist.
Oh my god.
Happy
Okay.
birthday, RJ.
Happy birthday, RJ.
Wow, that is something. Okay.
It's not his birthday anymore, but he is loved.
The face that he's making right now.
That he's made this whole time. It's been such a good degradation of self.
I stopped looking at him because I couldn't anymore.
So I'm going to need 2 checks from you. First, I'm going to need a competing strength check to see how well you pull him. You would get advantage for using gravity and physics on your side, but he also gets advantage for just being a big, heavy thing.
Yeah.
So
This is a strength check.
Athletics. So whatever you would use for grapple to initiate a grapple.
Would he have disadvantage for not being able to see her?
No.
Okay.
Wait, what does darkness say? Doesn't give disadvantage on ability checks.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Nah,
Wait,
just,
I have
just
a
makes you
well,
unable to see.
never mind. Because I could stunning strike him, but I don't know. I don't really have. I mean, I could.
You could. Stunning strike would give him disadvantage.
Yeah.
It's
You'd have
stun
to
for a
him.
turn.
Yeah, stun him for a turn. I mean, I could try it. I have key points that I can use.
It's also a
Yeah.
construct.
Is it a construct?
It is a construct.
So that wouldn't matter then.
I don't think constructs can be stunned.
Condition immunities: paralyzed, poison, charmed, exhaustion.
It's
frightened,
paralyzed. It's fine.
Oh, is it paralyzed?
No, stun and paralyze are 2 different statistics. So if it doesn't state stunned, then it can be.
D&D 5e conditions.
Well, while
To
this is
the
going-
rules!
Yeah, stunned, incapacitated, can't move, and can't speak. The creature automatically fails strength and dex saving throws.
Nice.
Attack rolls against this creature have advantage, so it wouldn't make a difference. Because it's the
Right.
creature automatically fails saving throws.
Saving throws, but not
Yeah.
ability checks.
Right.
Hmm.
All
I
right.
might be wrong.
The more you know.
Yeah, it just can't take an attack or reaction.
Right.
Cool.
Which would
Lego.
not necessarily help here. So to straight strength off.
But I have advantage, right?
No, your guys' advantage against each other cancel each other out.
Okay. 9.
Oof.
I know, I tried.
You got a 24.
So RinRin's just hanging on. Did it
Rin-Rin,
work?
now make me a dexterity saving throw to see how well you hang on to the rope.
30-20.
Okay. You swan dive off and swing down with the rope, and you swing amongst the vines below, and it just holds firm.
That looks so cool. I'm so upset it didn't work.
You are now hanging 20 feet below the bridge.
Okay.
In fact, as you stop swinging, a few monkeys like jump onto the rope with you and are just like hanging upside down, laughing at you.
Hello, friends.
Hello, I am RinRin.
Hello, I'm Louie, I'm a friend.
Hello. Hello.
I will turn to Azaka. Azaka, go and pull the idiot up, please.
Which one?
Baz is in the background, just
Baz
like
is just
Yeah, just getting yanked up slowly.
He'll look back to Baz, look over to Rin. Which one do you care for more?
and she'll start heading towards.
That's fine. I'm taken.
Baz. You were 20 feet down.
Mm-hmm.
And climbing is at half speed. but you are being helped, so there's no ability checks. So you could dash to make it up to the end, top.
Yeah. I think I just get up to the top, squint in the sunlight, look at Tesh, who is invisible, and say, is she doing what I think she's doing?
Summerwise
I'm
nods.
okay.
RinRin! Get over here!
I've got him right where I want him.
All right. Let's see. Azaka was holding her turn for RinRin, so she goes after RinRin. Hassan said, "Go pull up the idiot," and she takes a long look at you and says, "I'm going to do something. Promise not to be mad." And she will transform into her hybrid form. And you see this tall, dark-skinned Chultan woman turn into a tall, striped tiger, rare tiger. And she is going to run full tilt at this golem and pounce on it and try and knock it off.
Did you know she could do that? I didn't know.
She told us that was a thing she could do.
The only person who knew was RinRin.
Never mind. I've never expected that in my entire life.
And she's going to try and shove this creature. It is in darkness. It has gravity working against it, and this is an ability of hers. So,
if you could see my face right now.
If you could see my face.
I would be so surprised.
Summerwise looks stunned. Summerwise like, is what? What?
Exactly, Summerwise.
I would have disadvantage to see your face right now, so.
That was not a lot for Azaka. Oof. This thing is tall and big and tough, and she pounces onto it, roaring like a tiger, and tries to shove and just rebounds off of it. It's like, damn it!
Is there a tiger up there?
And that was all of her movement to get there. Racket is also standing kind of dumbfounded. And how you doing, Baz? Do you need health? You only took 7 damage.
Yeah.
Take a cure wounds.
Thanks.
He puts his hand on you.
I don't have a lot of health, just in general.
You regain that 7.
Oh, thanks.
All right. Well, on the stone golem's turn, it is going to try and shove Azaka off. It has disadvantage because it's in darkness. And Azaka holds her ground. Hassan, you are still on the bridge. Tesh, Baz, and Racket are on the other side. And RinRin is hanging off, and Azaka is now trying to take on this stone golem one-on-one.
How far down is RinRin?
She is 20 feet down, but she is also
Hanging.
60 feet, like 60 feet away on the bridge, 20 feet down. Go ahead, do that Pythagorean math.
It's fine. Hassan's going to tie a rope to himself. And he's going to run up to Azaka and throw her the other line.
Okay.
As he jumps off the escarpment as far as he can and casts another thorn whip at the monster.
Okay. Oof. So it took 60 feet of movement to get to...
Oh, it takes 60?
Yeah.
Well, I can do it at 30, so maybe I don't.
Well,
need to
yeah.
do that
If you
then.
go 30 feet, you could still leap off the side and try and thorn whip it, but
Izaka's nowhere close.
Azaka is not close.
Are there vines down there? Can I
There are
make that?
vines hanging off all below the bridge.
Fuck it.
Okay.
I'm gonna do something stupid because it's my birthday.
Racket broke his wing for you.
It's fine. I could turn into Hydrogen and just tank the fall damage.
Can you if you fall like 300 feet in a round?
If you give me one action.
Let's see where this goes.
Let's see where this goes.
Let's watch this play out.
At least RinRin had a plan.
Oh yeah, I had a plan too. RinRin kind of
Racket cast Spare the Dying from 100 feet away.
He can cast it from 30 feet.
Baz, none of these people are team players. I don't know why you were so upset.
Just kind of like
This is a
watching
terrible
dumbfounded
idea.
from across the gorge.
Does a 21 hit?
Yes, it does. He's just doing it. He's doing it. Okay.
7 points of piercing damage as a mass of snakes again launches forward.
I love you so much. You jump off, you thorn whip, you pull, and this thing stumbles over the edge.
I pull him 10 feet, so
Hmm?
I pull him 10 feet, so
Yeah, no,
Further out.
I mean you pull him over the edge. So just to be sure, you're jumping off and pulling him with you.
mhm.
Okay, which will bring him 10 feet, which brings him over the railing.
I
to
imagine the
begin
railing just fucking breaks.
Yeah, no, the railing just breaks. RinRin, you are 20 feet below, and this thing comes tumbling off, and you are tied to that. So you can hold onto this rope or try and jump to a vine.
Question.
Go ahead.
Hassan is now falling.
Hassan is falling. We'll get to him in a second.
He has his
So,
arms crossed, just looking at RinRin like.
is there a way? Is there a way that I can swing with this rope movement? Can I maneuver myself to swing over to? My idea would be to swing over to catch him and grab something.
No, okay, I can see.
You want a
cinematically-
Tarzan to my Jane? I get it.
I see
Yes.
cinematically how this is working because he jumps off, but he's pulled kind of with this thing as it's falling.
Yeah.
So he is swinging kind of within range of you.
Yeah.
You can use the momentum of it falling that you are tied to push off and try to swing out.
That is what I
grab
would
him.
like to do, please.
This is a Michael Bay nightmare.
This is fantastic. I thought, oh, they'll just get past this and we'll just go on for today. Nope, we're playing Tarzan. Go ahead, roll me a dex. Both of you have to roll me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Not acrobatics? That's the same thing.
As if it's the same, yeah.
He would only laugh if it's a nat 1.
Yeah.
Both of you?
I rolled a
Seriously?
9. I rolled a 9.
Happy Pride, everybody.
RinRin's dice are going away.
Baz is gonna kill Tesh and then himself.
Okay. No, this is fine. Ugh,
I haven't heard Indoor laugh like that in a long time.
I can't.
Just
can't
so
see.
happy.
He's still going.
Is this
RinRin,
my
you swing
birthday
out.
present?
You swing out and try and grab Hassan's hand, and Hassan gives you a very stern look as he doesn't reach out back. And like ships passing in the night, he falls
like-
and you swing back.
Is that good? Did that look good?
That looked great.
Thanks.
Hassan, I am going to give you an action on your turn as you fall 100 feet.
Cool.
RinRin, you swing out 20 feet, and then are going to swing back 50 feet into the side of the cavern wall. So you are going to take 6, 12, 14, 15 bludgeoning damage as you slam into the side of the canyon wall, and the stone golem spins out of the rope and tumbles and falls to the bottom of the canyon.
And it was
Hassan.
directly on top of Hassan, right?
No.
Because of the
No, there
vine
was an
whip.
angle. He vine whipped him at an
Geometry.
angle.
Okay. Cool.
Because he wasn't right next to him.
Yes. Hassan doesn't get crushed. Yet. Hassan, I'm taking the other of you guys out of initiative, so...
Yep, I just have to check the bestiary real
That's
quick.
fine.
I'll go ahead and roll 100 feet of falling damage for you.
It caps out at 20.
It caps out at 20d6.
Right, so it's 10d6.
Yeah.
It's 100 feet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
I think RinRin just yells Hassan's name.
That's not bad. Wow, that's not bad at all.
106.
No, that's a lot of 2s.
Ooh.
There's probably a better choice than this.
Which animal has resistance against fall damage?
Well, at this level, the highest HP that I could find is a Hadrosaurus at 19 as a
Okay.
buffer.
You get 19 hit points buffer. You fall 100 feet. As you're falling, you turn into a Hadrosaurus, arms still crossed.
And now he's a lizard cow. Yeah, now,
And
of course. You're gonna die a lizard cow!
You slam into the water of the river below and take 37 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, that's not bad.
So, like I said, there's a lot of 2s.
Oh my gosh. How quick is this river running?
It is lazy.
Okay, good.
And filled with crocodiles.
No, actually, it's filled with giant snapping turtles.
Oh, good!
As RinRin, you slam to the side and see a few giant snapping turtles who were lazily sunning on the beach look into the water at where something just made a big, tremendous splash.
I'm going to start climbing down.
Okay.
I have 30 feet of movement. Plus, if I move, 60, and then I can feline agility for another 30. Or, no, feline agility, which would be double my movement speed until the end of my turn. So that'd be 60 and 60.
Yeah, 120 feet, I think, is what feline agility can max
I get
out.
the cat crazies. If
Yeah.
anyone can, well, I think, nope. I think, yeah, this is more important. RinRin's eyes dilate as she sees him fall, and she just scurries down the wall like a monster.
All right, cool. So there's going to be 2 things that are happening here because now the party is split. We're starting with Hassan and RinRin. RinRin, you burst down through the thick foliage at the bottom, where a couple of snapping turtles are starting to look at where a big splash just happened. Hassan, did you survive the fall with your buffer of health?
Yep.
Okay.
In spades. He actually hits the ground and then he reverts back to himself and just stands in the water.
Well, I think like the big splash caused by the Hadrosaurus landing there causes like the water to spread out, and it's not a very deep, lazy river. So you're just like standing at the bottom as all the water comes crashing back in, kind of covers you for a second, and then you're just standing about chest deep water. RinRin, as you are going to him, or you see him standing in the water, you catch a smell, which you wouldn't really think of being weird before or normally, but it is strongly of violets, which isn't that weird, but also ham. And like the connection being made by the other players, you remember Artis Simber's companion, Dragonbait, communicated through smells. And on the other side of the river, you see Dragonbait come out of the brush, looking at Hassan and like waves at you, like, what are you doing here?
Snapping turtles, get back!
The
Holds a
statue's
finger.
also down there, right?
Yes.
Can it stand back up?
Is it dead?
RinRin, the statue kind of fell on the ground. You ran down past it. It was still covered in darkness, but as you were running past it, you noticed that it didn't really react to you. Instead, it started like sticking its hands into the side of the cliff face and starts climbing back up.
Okay.
Oh, it only cares about the bridge.
It only cares
Yeah.
about the bridge.
Over to Dragonbait, Hassan holds a finger up really quick, turns towards the snapping turtles, and casts Speak with Animals on himself.
Okay.
And he will give them a death glare because I rolled a dirty natural 20.
A dirty
24.
Okay.
And he will just say, "Don't you even fucking dare."
They just settle back down onto their little nooks on the beach and continues tanning.
Hassan slowly sinks into the water to let the water carry him away from this mess. No,
What were you
meanwhile,
thinking? Why did you jump in the water?
We're going to go back to Tesh, Racket, and Baz. You guys are on the other side of the cliff. You see this transpire. And Baz, you hear movement in the forest behind you. And turning around, there are a half dozen heavily armed mercenaries coming out of the forest. And as they're coming out of the forest, they look warily at you, but your eyes notice one of them. In very tight-fitting clothing.
Oh God! Oh, that's
with
never a good thing.
A silenced pistol holstered on her hip is a drow. And she says, "Useless? Little baby brother useless? Is that you? I do not believe my eyes."
Which one is this?
And your sister Ginny is there.
Hi, Ginny.
Invisible Tesh loves all of this.
And right there is where we're going to go on break.
Yeah.
Yeah! Woo! And with that, I would like to say, thank you, Tyler, for running this game. I am having a great time. We are going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes, so don't go in a place unless it is to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or possibly go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. Pick yourself up something nice, and we'll see you guys shortly. All right, everybody. See you soon. And we're back. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Baz, you just met whomst?
It's my sister Ginny.
So where we are, in the bottom of the ravine, is Baz, is Hassan, who is glaring at a couple of giant snapping turtles and telling them to F off. RinRin, who has run to the shore to help him, and Dragonbait now on the opposite shore looking to help. We'll get back to you guys probably a little bit later. Meanwhile, at the other side of the gorge, an invisible Tesh with Summerwise perched happily on his shoulder, a Aarkokra Racket with a broken wing, and Baz are facing down 6 mercenaries and Baz's sister, Ginny. And she says, "Last letter I got from Mom said you were dead. Or was it just that you were dead to her? It's funny how that works out. How you been doing, brother?
Fair middling, I suppose.
Wow, that's well, we ran into some very interesting people the other day, a few snake people, and they told us a very interesting story about how a couple of adventurers, one of them being a drow, I thought that was pretty funny, were traveling with a man named Simba. And I thought to myself, well, if we find these people, then we find Simba. So, as you seem to match that description, she puts her hand on her pistol, and the mercenaries around you, all armed with firearms. There are two with Tommy guns. There's one with a rifle. There's a pair with revolvers and maces, and a more heavily armored one with a shotgun just in the crook underneath his arm. And they stare you down menacingly. And she says, so, where is he?
Behind Baz's sunglasses, his eyes dart to the cliff, like seriously considering like maybe jumping's the better option here. Funny that. Met a guy like that. And then wacky magical hijinks occurred. And don't know where he is now.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Well, that's interesting. Now, you're sure you don't know where he's at? Because, we can come to a very mutually beneficial agreement, the two of us.
Where did I last see him?
You guys last saw him at Fort Vengeance. No, before Fort Vengeance. And at camp, he had agreed to go with you guys to Omu. But he said he was going to meet you there. He had other things to take care of first.
I thought the last time we saw him was with the
Saja Nabaza.
Yeah.
Sasha Baza.
At Orolunga, before you guys left, you guys spent some time a long rest there, but him and Dragonbait were already rested up, so they took off without you. But you do know that he planned on meeting you guys at Umu.
Right. Last I saw him, he was at Orolunga.
Right, and since then?
Never seen him since.
Very interesting. Funny thing about you, and what Mom has said, there's a lot of people who are very interested in finding you. And look at me, just coming across you in the blue. Who would have even thought you were in Schult? Not any of them. And they might never find out. As long as you and I stay good friends. So I'm going to ask you again, where is he going? Because we ran into him just north of here, and now we've run into you here.
That bastard always shows up at the worst times. It doesn't, there's a lot of guys with guns here.
Yeah. You guys are outnumbered and outgunned, literally. Racket is standing behind you, eyes darting at all the heavy-armed mercenaries. Tesh.
I literally just used my smoke bomb.
Did you? Okay.
Well, I mean, like my darkness is gone. Like
you just used your darkness.
I just used my darkness.
You did not
Whoops.
have your smoke bomb run away. Tesh, what are you doing? You are invisible, but you have Summer Wise perched on you.
Tesh is going to... So I have Summerwise perched on me. Do they all, like, can they all be like, there's a dude there? Or am I still just... no one's taken notice of the dragon sitting on nothing.
They notice a dragon, a pseudo dragon sitting on nothing. Though no one is openly pointing their weapons at you, they are in a semicircle around you, postured kind of threateningly, to include where you are, Tesh.
So this kind of works with invisibility. Let me know, because I am going to be casting Minor Illusion to break my invisibility, but I want it to be I want it to look like a stairwell opens. And there's like, you can hear like footsteps coming up the stairwell. Just next to, because like if I just reveal myself, they're gonna fucking shoot me before I say anything, so I have to have an entrance. And I'll say, Baz and I have been traveling together these last grouping of days, and I will say that our dear friend Artis is nowhere to be seen. However, if you would all are looking to find him, rather than aggressing upon us, perhaps we work together. It's been a while since I've seen my dear friend Artis and Dragonbait, and of course, what better way to greet them than with a welcoming party?
Ginny, have you met my associate Tesh?
I have not, though I heard there was a handsome elf traveling with him.
Oh, you are far too kind. Teshvael de Falarin.
Ginny, what's your last name? What's your
Dinywin! Ginny Dinywin!
Jenny Denowin. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Ah,
She will actually
likewise.
step forward and shake your hand.
Yeah, he's very politely, like he has dropped his invisibility. He is just pseudo dragon on his shoulder. Pleasure to meet you.
Baz. Racket is tapping on the shoulder and signing, "Who is Artis?"
I'll sign back to him like some prick. He doesn't matter.
Well, it's clear that he's not with you right now. Otherwise, he'd be here. And we heard he's quite the heroic type. So, if you all don't know where he's going, we'll just have to keep looking.
Tesh just sort of shrugs. Says, I wish I could help you.
Baz, or sorry, Useless. She doesn't call you Baz. Useless. I think Mom would be really interested to know where you are. Very interested. So,
Sure she would. Appreciate it if she didn't.
sure would, wouldn't you?
What do you want from me, Ginny?
I'll call it a favor for now. Next time I see you, or maybe sometime down the line, maybe you'll never see me again. I'm looking for a favor. Come on, boys. And they'll heft up their weapons and start heading to the south. Actually, no. Yeah, to the south.
He watches her leave and he's like, heels in the jungle just do not seem practical.
But she makes it work. Meanwhile, at the river's edge where Dragonbait is, you also see Artis hidden beneath some foliage, and he's waving you over frantically.
Hassan begins to wade over.
What? But RinRin gets in the water very like trepidatiously and is like wading across.
Get it? She's a cat.
Hurry up. There's people looking for me. I have to
What are
stay
you
in cover.
What are you doing here?
Well, I was visiting my old stomping grounds, and well, I ran into the Zentarum, and they're still on my tail.
Fun.
Those are the bad guys?
Yes, very bad guys. Where's your friends?
RinRin points up.
And from your position, you actually can't even see where they are all the way up there. I'm surprised to find you here. I thought you were headed to Amu.
We caught wind of, well, we found one of the alkalites of the Aarkokra, and we were dropping him off, hoping to receive the blessing of the matron there.
You know, I think I remember hearing something about that. The Aarkokra of Kirisabo are pretty nice people.
It would have sped up our trip quite significantly.
That's a very good idea. Well, if we're going in the same place, maybe I'll join you.
If you're being hunted, I think that's a bad idea.
That's fair. And I wouldn't want to bring you any additional harm.
Yes, well, we can bring our own harm. And he'll side-eye RinRin as he will shape change into a spider to begin climbing up the cliff face.
And Hassan starts going up, but Artist will grab Rinrin's arm before she goes, like, be careful of this Zentarum. They're out there, and they won't play nice.
Okay. Will you be okay?
We're gonna lay low a little bit. Maybe let the trail go cold. And you know, as he grabs you, you can tell his hand is very cold to the touch. And by saying let the trail go cold, he winks. And you'll remember the ring of winter that he carries has a lot of cold properties.
Right. Well, if we see them, we'll tell them you went the other way. Okay. Be safe.
You too.
She starts climbing up.
I think about the time the Zentarum are turning to walk away, as a human again, Azaka makes a leap across the gap and stops short and sees them and goes for her sword, but steadies herself. But like she holds onto the hilt of her sword, but the Zentarum disappear into the forest.
They were just leaving. It's okay.
Those were Zentarum.
Yes.
They are not to be trusted.
Well, of course not. They've called Baz useless the entire time, and you've been nothing but helpful.
Thanks. I'm gonna go jump off this cliff now.
Racket holds on to you.
Yeah, he literally turns around to walk away, and Racket just grabs him.
There's a giant wolf spider at the lip of the cliff as Baz is about to jump.
Do it, Baz.
Baz.
Does Baz recognize him? He's all scaled up,
he's
right?
Black and scaly, yeah.
Oh, and you didn't even die. You have no decency.
Clambers on to the plateau and shape changes back. Very hard to kill, Baz. Many people have tried.
I'll keep that in mind.
How are you looking? How are you looking, Hassan?
Actually, about half.
Okay. I'll put 15 points of laying hands on you with a clap on the back. It's like I've been telling you, Baz, Hassan is very hard to kill.
Yes, I know. RinRin comes over the corner.
Racket will sign to Baz. What just happened there?
He'll explain that that's his sister.
She didn't seem nice.
No. Oh, no. My family isn't a nice type.
I'm sorry.
Shrug.
You
Is
guys,
everyone okay up here?
Yes. We did exactly as Zako told us to do. We ran and hopped across the bridge, and your potential sacrifices wouldn't have been in vain.
No, I was not trying to sacrifice myself. I was trying to make it so that we could get across without that thing his back.
You
actually, as you point and gesture, you see that stone golem just stomping across the bridge, getting back onto its pedestal, and going back into place in a crouching manner.
Baz will make like a gripping motion with his hand and drop the darkness on him.
Mm-hmm. Its gems in its eyes glint in the sunlight. And then it goes still.
So here's a development. My sister's in the jungle.
Really?
Yeah.
How did you know? Did she just come? Did I miss her?
Yeah, she was right here, threatening our lives. It was great.
Why would she threaten
Just-
your life?
Just like old times.
Well, she said that she was looking for Artist Simber, which is ridiculous because he's not even around here.
Exactly. We haven't even seen
Sun
him.
will
What?
thumb down at the bottom of the plateau.
Are you serious?
Oh, did you say hi?
Don't say that so loud.
He didn't say anything. He just pointed.
I was saying that to Tesh.
Well, why did they? He said they were hunting him. Wait, is your sister part of the bad guys?
Oh, she's definite. Like, the way that she's dressed, her clothes are all like that really villainous form-fitting. Says Tesh in form-fitting chainmail.
Yeah. yeah.
Villain chic, as it were.
Yes, exactly.
What do you know about... Never mind.
Do you get the catalogs too?
Oh, they are incessant in their sendings. I can't get them to unsubscribe me.
Listen, the summer collection is...
To kill for, am I right?
Yes.
That's not the saying.
What, Tyler?
Racket signs. That's not the saying. Never mind.
So now what do we do? I mean, we can climb back down and then climb up the other side.
We're on the
We're
other
on
side.
the other side.
We are on the other side.
The only reason we would climb back down is to help out our dear friend and compatriot who's looks over at Baz. Definitely not near us.
Very convincing.
I can be when I
Well-
want to.
It almost sounds like you have a charisma score.
I don't know what that means.
I think that we should just go.
Ursabel is still 2 or 3 days to the south of here, but if that's where the Zentarim are heading in that direction, I want to keep my distance.
Well, if that's the case, we could always take a rest here while it's safe.
And it is late in the day now.
We could take
You
a rest
lot.
here.
Oh yes, I'm very tired. Let's go to bed.
You lot walk on a little bit. I have a conversation to hold.
Okay.
With who?
RinRin
Looks
starts
at-
walking.
Looks at RinRin and points at the ground.
Oh.
I
Oh.
will go set up some camp.
I'll help.
Okay.
Do you need somebody to be an intermediary? You know what?
Go.
That's fine. Just walks away with the group.
Racket wasn't getting the social cues for a second, and then looks at everyone walking away, and then looks at Hassan. Is like, "Oh," and just like turns around, like faces the cliff, and like, "Nope," and then turns back around and walks towards the forest.
Hassan will dig in his bag of holding, pull out a pipe, pull out some pipe tobacco, light it with druid craft. What do I pay you for, RinRin?
To keep you safe.
The job title.
The bodyguard.
Right. And you're supposed to keep me safe and to listen to me sometimes, maybe?
Okay.
Your actions today, though you may have had good intentions, were unacceptable. We were leaving the field of combat, and you decided to stick around.
But I was protecting you guys. I was giving you a chance to get off.
We would have made it even without your interference.
But I am very quick and I did not get hurt at all.
He'll shake his head. I know you had a plan. It wasn't what I was hoping for. I would hope that you had told me what you were doing, so I could have accounted, instead of running off half-cocked.
But I wasn't half-cocked. I can't yell my plans out to you every time I do it. It's my job to keep you safe, so I have to do that.
How well did your plan go out?
I mean, it would have worked.
Looks back at the statue.
It gave you guys enough time to get out. I don't know why you did what you did. I can't protect you if you're going to do reckless things.
I'm not going to do reckless things unless I have to. And if it's in the better interest of the party. You created that situation for me.
I don't see how I did that.
Because you rushed off instead of jumping across. We would have all made it. There would have been time.
But you don't know that. If that creature had kept coming towards us, then it might have attacked you. It had some sort of hold on everyone. It had magical abilities. We don't know what it could have done.
It would have had to got him. Well, I could have delayed it, honestly.
But I delayed it because that's my job. Even if I had not pulled it off the thing, it still would have been enough time for all of you to get across, and then I could just climb across the vines.
Yes, and when the creature falls while you are tied to it and physics takes hold where the inertia of the falling item snaps you in half as you're tied to it, what then? I can't raise the dead yet.
I'm not worried about that. I'm fine. I will be fine because I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this for a long time. You hired me because you wanted someone to keep you safe and you trusted me to do that. So why are you not letting me do that?
You can't keep me safe if you are dead. And if you do actions like that, the bravado, risky actions like that, where there are chances it may fail or it may succeed, without hedging your bets more into your favor. I'm saying is, protect me, but don't endanger yourself. So you can continue to protect me.
I don't like that you don't trust that I know what I'm doing.
Oh, I trust that you know what you're doing.
I don't think you do.
I just don't trust risk.
Well, next time I will yell out my plan to you.
Contextually, if we're doing a sneaking, he'll go off on a tangent as he puts the pipe in his mouth. If we're on a sneaking job and all of a sudden you yell out a plan that kind of endangers me, it's all kind
of... Meanwhile, as everyone walked away, as Zach was setting up camp, Racket is going to go up to Baz and say, are they okay?
Yeah, they're just having a spat.
Their relationship seems a little rocky.
The nature of their relationship is really rather confusing.
Oh.
As it is.
Are they not, dating?
No. I don't think so. No.
Huh. Oh, okay. Are you okay?
Sure, I'm okay. What's right out, seem okay?
Well, your sister seemed to rattle you.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting her to be all the way out here in the jungles of Chult.
What did she mean? Who's after you?
Okay. There's some people who don't like me, and they'd probably like to see me dead.
Why wouldn't anyone like you?
There's some nasty people in the world. I don't want to get into the details.
Okay, well, I've got your back.
Thanks, buddy.
Cool. You guys are going to set up camp for the night. Is there anything else anyone wants to talk about before you continue?
No, Tesh is definitely drawing RinRin and Hassan.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
They're raw emotion right now. This is peak stylistic choice. Amazing. Other than that, probably just like hang out with Summerwise. Today's been a good day. Think about some mazes that he saw. Those were cool.
Yeah, mazes are cool and all, but
Blake Dog, thank you so much for the raid.
Raid.
Bring out your raid.
You guys will spend a long rest. The next day will dawn, and you will continue on your way south towards Kirsavel.
I think in the morning, Hassan will look at his hand and kind of scratch at it, and a few scales fall off.
Sorry, raid kitten.
They're so teeny.
The next day will actually pass uneventfully. You'll get a good distance south, spend another night, and continue on the next day. You know that after this day, sorry, Danae, I'll have to reconvene with you for your calendar, but there's the bridge day, there's the day of nothing, and now there's this day.
Blink Dog, thank you for gifting 5 subs.
Wowzers.
Holy shit,
Wow.
thank you. Yeah,
Say hi.
Liz Mac said it best. Damn, Blonky.
Say thank you.
Oh no, it actually sounded like it.
Danae, or rather Baz, I didn't have you roll your stealth for the last day, but you can roll it for today.
Was yesterday bright? What kind of day was it?
It was like most of the days have been, so like it's bright for half of the day, and then the rest of the day it gets rainy and overcast and a normalish weather.
Stealth for today is 14.
14 for you. Sorry, just taking notes. As you are traveling to the south, the forest regains that sense of, I guess, normalcy. You had been traveling through a lot of undead infested territory for the last couple of days, but it seems a lot less foreboding now. The laughing of the canyon is behind you, but there still is a lot of wildlife moving about. A lot of baboons and monkeys hopping from tree to tree, following you along. And as you are about midway through the second day of traveling after the Laughing Gorge, pretty much everybody will notice some stalking movement in the underbrush as something seems to be following you. And Baz and RinRin, you'll see the eyes of a panther looking at you through the jungle, through the underbrush. But as you look back at them, you see multiple more eyes, as there are several snakes also like hovering over the back of this panther's head. And RinRin, you will know these as Kamadans. And they're going to burst out of the jungle to attack you.
RinRin will hiss at them.
Everyone roll initiative.
That's terrible. An 8.
Oof. Ooh, owie. Baz, I'll go ahead and say that you were not hidden from these things.
Okay. I got a 7.
What type of creature is it? Sorry.
A Kamadan is what it's called. It is a large monstrosity. It is a feline predator that resembles a leopard, or in this case, a panther. With 6 snakes sprouting from its shoulders.
It's literally just a fucking panther with snakes on it.
It's a panther with snakes out of its back. Sorry, that was 7 for Baz. Hassan?
15.
15. And RinRin.
14.
And for our NPCs, both got 10s. All right. You spot this creature stalking out of the forest, and it leaps out amongst you. I'll say, what would be your marching order as you guys are going through the jungle?
Hassan in the middle.
I'll be in front.
Azaka leading the way with Tesh.
I'll be in the back.
Middle-ish.
But doing your thing where you're off to the side.
Adjacent middle.
Yeah, adjacent middle. Racket will be also in the middle with Hassan. This thing leaps out of the forest, and in a 30-foot cone, so I'll say this includes Azaka, Tesh, Hassan, it breathes out a noxious gas, and I need all of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Is this a poison effect?
Doesn't say poison.
Is it a disease?
No.
Okay.
It is a breath weapon.
And what skill was this using?
Constitution.
Oh, okay.
Do you guys have advantage to falling asleep?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so
Elves can't be put to sleep by magical means.
it's a natural ability that these creatures have.
It is a natural ability. It's not a magical effect.
19.
Cool.
16.
Cool. It breathes on you, but you steel yourselves against its breath.
Yo, buddy, you got auras yet?
No.
Okay, just checking.
That's
It's like
okay.
7th level.
One day.
After it is Hassan.
How far away is it?
It jumped right up next to, I'll say, Tesh. Oh boy.
Well,
It is within 10 feet of you. Breath weapon.
Sorry, I'm just looking at my options.
Just double check what Racket's con is. Oh, he's very con.
Okay.
That's what it sounds like.
No time to do this. Can I make it have a wisdom saving throw?
Sure can, bud.
Hopefully it understands me, because I'm going to cast command on it.
Ooh, okay. Wisdom.
How wise is a besnaked jaguar?
Semi-wise, but not wise enough. It rolled a 10.
Cool, it fails. And Hassan will say, heal. H-E-E-L.
Mm-hmm. It is not trained, but I think it gets your meaning.
Down boy.
Yeah,
Or
essentially.
girl.
Down boy, girl. Both at the same time, maybe? I don't know.
Down
Snakes can-
beast.
Critter.
Varmint.
Alright,
Down, you abomination to God.
oh, it's a monstrosity.
Oh.
So on
Oh.
its turn, does it have to...
On its
Okay,
turn,
command.
it spends it doing the action.
Okay. And then it can't take any other action, right?
Yeah.
Cool. RinRin.
This thing that Hassan just did, does that mean does that mean that does RinRin know not to attack it? Or does that not matter?
It doesn't matter. It has to spend its next turn doing the action.
Okay.
Yeah.
RinRin will jump onto this thing.
Okay.
Um
Are you going to attempt to like grapple it as you jump onto the back of it?
yeah, do I have a bite attack?
You have claws.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd say use your claws and flavor it as a bite.
Okay.
I mean, with the way of the long death, whenever she kills something, she takes some of its life essence.
I'm meaning like when cats fight, they go for the neck and they like hold them down that way. That's kind
Okay.
of how I was thinking, but I think she'll just grab it and kick it with her back claws.
All right, so you're gonna do a grapple and an attack.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead, roll your strength, or if you are initiating a grapple, it is athletics, correct?
Yeah. 9.
It also rolled a 9. So
Meet
it has to meet to beat since you are initiating the attack.
Okay. So then I'll just do a kickaroony.
Cool, kickaroony.
I'll do 2 kickaroonies. Dirty 20 and 18.
Cool. Both will hit.
Okie dokie.
As these things have jumped out to attack you, the baboons in the trees ahead are making a raucous.
Making a raucous. 11 damage.
Cool. So that was one attack, and then the second attack of that action, and your bonus action to also attack. Cool. Azaka is going to she'll say they hunt in pairs and ready an attack for something else that jumps out at you because she's expecting something else. Racket will he's going to cast Shield of Faith on himself as a bonus action. And wait, can someone cast a spell and a cantrip? Or is it
Yes.
just... Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Then Toll the Dead. And it makes it. Right? That's wisdom. Yeah. Tesh.
I am going to cast Shield Faith on myself as well. Like Racket the thumbs up, like, yeah, good idea. And then he's take a step out in front of this big old besnaked cat and just look at it and be like, this is truly one of Kyber's perfect creations.
Kill
It's a
it.
shame you
It's a
have to
cutie.
die. And that is for his first attack. A 23 to hit.
23 to hit will hit.
And then I am going to use a second level smite on this boy as well.
Oof.
There, that's that one. So I roll a total of 4d8s.
That's getting scary.
For 6 points of piercing damage and 13 points of radiant damage.
Cool. It has no immunities or vulnerabilities.
Sweet. Because now I make my second attack.
Cool.
That is a 12?
It does not hit.
Okay.
Woo, 5th level.
This thing had jumped out, tried to breathe on you guys, but you held stalwart. RinRin jumps onto its back as Hassan is telling it to heal. It is still thrashing about, and Tesh gets one stab in on it. Baz, you are off to the side.
Baz is going to draw his longsword, which he was unable to pull all the way back before, but recently he's gotten some big
Longbow, right?
big boy muscles. Yeah, longbow. And he's going to try and shoot this thing with
Today
a
was
longbow.
probably in the last couple of days, part of a montage where Hassan, or Baz is standing shirtless at camp and then stringing his bow, his back muscles flexing.
Tesh is okay with this.
Yep. Rolled a 25 to hit.
Damn, Gina.
All right, that's going to be 7 piercing damage, and I'm also going to roll sneak attack. Wait, hold on. I have a question.
Yeah.
Is it bright light right now?
It is not, because we're in the later half of the day where it's less bright out.
Okay. It's going to be 7 piercing damage, and here comes sneak attack.
Did you roll
That'll
your
be-
ultimate accuracy?
No, because I wasn't hidden. 5.
5, eh? Cool.
And I'm going to go ahead and run off into the woods and do a good old hack and hide.
Just-
Okay. What's up, bud?
That's the courtyard.
Okay.
It already acted this round, though, didn't it?
Yeah. It did already act.
And now we don't have tonight's in the courtyard.
No, you have allies within 5 feet of it, though.
Yeah, so she got sneak attack, but she didn't have advantage on the attack.
Yeah, I don't have advantage on it unless they haven't acted yet on
Right. My bad.
with my assassinate. It's fine.
I'm thinking Pathfinder rules with flanking, that's why.
I'm hiding.
What'd you get?
19.
Okay.
You know what would have been smart was to look for the second one.
You sure should have, because it's looking for you.
Oh, good.
Actually, because you dashed off into the forest, so now a second one of these large creatures pounces out of the forest and goes for Racket. If it moves at least 20 feet, which it did, and it has to hit with its attack, which it does, and now he has to make a save. She does not. So it is that, and then it can make 2 additional attacks because it. So this thing leaps out of the forest and pins Racket to the ground. He is knocked prone, and the
Fucking mauled.
gets multiple more attacks on him at advantage because he is prone now. That one misses, but that one.
He was an NPC.
hits.
It's fine.
It's fine.
We needed him for the flying spell.
What? No, just bring the body. It's fine.
We recovered his body, ma'am. I didn't come back to you.
Cool. He's not doing great as it leaps onto him, and then it tries to chomp down, but his shield of faith gets in the way. But as he puts up his shield of faith, several snakes start biting into his sides. And I think he actually does make an audible yell at that point. Racket, buddy. At the top of the round is the one that has to heal, and it has to take its action to sit. Ish. So it will do so. Does it attempt to save again, or does it just end?
Just one time.
Okay. So how long does this take? Or how long does it last that it takes its action?
Oh, it's the full turn to do it.
Okay. Yeah, so on its next turn, it doesn't have to obey anymore.
Unless I cast command on it again.
Cool. Yeah. Against its will, though it failed to save, it sits down near you. Cool. Hassan. It is sitting, and one just pounced on Racket.
I'm going to cast command at 2nd level to target both of them.
Okay.
Saying heal again, and they have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Cool. They both failed.
Hassan is basically just buttoning up his sleeve, heal, and picking at his nail.
Nice. RinRin? Oh, sorry. Azaka got an attack on one of them. RinRin, you are almost riding the one that just healed. What would you like to do?
RinRin will. The other one has the bird.
Yes.
Does he seem like he's in a lot of danger at the moment?
Yeah, he does.
All right, RinRin will leap off of this one that she's on and go attack that one. Her cat instincts are in full swing right now.
Okay.
And she's going to try and tackle him off.
Okay, so you're going to try and grapple this one off of Racket?
Yes.
Cool. Go ahead, roll your strength check.
Why am I doing this stuff? I'm not strong.
Because you got a ton of attacks. It rolled a 17.
Rolled a 1.
Oof. Your cat instincts are strong, but these things are stronger.
Yeah.
That was one of your attacks. You still have your secondary.
Yep, I will attack. Why am I using this dice? It's all right. It's 21.
Hits.
All right. I would like it to make a Constitution saving throw, please,
Okay. Let me just roll that real quick.
for 8 damage. Woo!
It's got a 14.
That meets it.
Okay.
So I
Which
attempt to
beats.
stun it, but it does not go through. Right, that's a bonus
Alright.
action. Oh no, I can attack it again. That's not a bonus action.
Nice. That
So
was
I'll
part of the attack to do the stunning strike, and then you
Yeah.
can use your
So I can-
offhand.
Well, no, because my action was to attack. Right. Well,
Right.
no, half of my action was to attack or to grapple.
Yep.
And then my second was so this is a bonus action plus a key point to do another attack.
Okay.
That's another one on a different dice. Stop it.
Unfortunate.
Why is RinRin so? It's always RinRin. She doesn't do good. I don't know what's happening.
Dude,
She's
I feel
too
that.
pure for this world.
I mean, maybe.
Cool. Azaka is going to try and help Racket out here because he is in a lot of danger. I don't think those hit. 12 and 11 don't hit. On Racket's turn, he is prone. He is very hurt. And he is going to cast Cure Wounds at a higher level on himself. Let's call it second level. Meanwhile, Tesh.
My turn, or am I getting attacked?
No. Your
Okay,
turn.
cool. Awesome. I'm going to stab out at the first guy again.
Do it.
The one that just laid down. That is a 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
Okay.
Wait, question. Is it
Yes.
on the ground? Is it prone?
Yeah, it is prone, so you do have advantage.
That's okay. The first one was good. I got a 3 on the dice the second roll. That's not good. But he's going to use his second level spell slot. Woohoo! So that is a total of 20 points altogether.
Oof, owie, it's bones.
Okay. And
That's
then
your first attack?
yeah, that was my first attack. And then second attack is a 22 to hit.
Cool, that hits.
I'll use this.
You still rolled it at advantage, right?
Oh,
'Cause it is
right.
still
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I rolled a 22. That's fine. And I'm going to use a first level spell slot
All right.
for a total of that would be 22 points of damage total.
Yeah. So this thing had run up and breathed on you guys, but Hassan said, "No, sit, bad dog, bad cat." And it did, and then you just stabbed it a bunch of times using your what is it called again?
I use a rapier.
Yeah, but
Oh, my divine smite.
your divine smite.
Kybra's blessing upon you, friend.
Kybra's blessing. It is a beautiful creature and it is a beautiful dead creature.
I think that like he like winds up and like magic swirls around him for a moment, and then you just like jab 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 a whole bunch, and you take out each one of his snakes before finally putting an end to him.
It's not even that. The symbol of House Falarin is a 5-headed hydra.
Mm-hmm.
As he rears back and thrusts forward, it is just that many heads of divine energy break out, attack each of the individual ones as he just stabs the larger hole.
Beautiful.
Like, obviously, Kyber is going to take care of the small things for me.
And lo, he did.
Yeah, I'm doing great. Walk over to the other one.
Baz.
That's me. All right, I am hidden, and there's only one other one out there. I'm gonna roll with Elven accuracy. Ha ha. Oh, you can't click in quickly.
No.
27.
Yeah.
Alright. Here comes some damage. That's going to be 4 piercing damage, and then some sneak attack, which will be. Stop hiding from me. 8 sneak attack damage.
Okay.
Sinks an arrow into that guy, and then he goes running across the path and hides on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
With a stealth check of 13.
Cool. That is not enough to hide from this. However, on its turn, it stops sinking its snake teeth into Racket's side, and instead lets go of him, walks over to Hassan, and heals. Hassan, it is your turn.
Fucking pet it and then break its neck.
How roughed up is it?
It is not. It's not bloodied yet.
I'm gonna cast command on it again.
Okay.
First level.
All right. Well, I'm rolling bad right now, so that's a 5.
Hassan takes out his pipe and puts it in his mouth. Stay.
All right. RinRin.
Hello, my name is RinRin. I'd like to punch it and kick it a little bit.
Okay.
Please and thank you. 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. 14 and 15.
Both will hit.
I have +7. RinRin, help me. Help me help you. I'm also incredibly dumb and I've been rolling d4s.
Instead of d20s?
Instead of d6s for
Okay.
damage. It's been a day.
It has been a day. I am now exhausted.
17 damage.
Total?
Total.
Oof. It is
Oh,
still up.
and I'd like it to make a con save because I can do that.
Okay. That's an @1.
Ooh, stunning strike.
No, so it's stunned and has to stay.
Yes. Hey, you know what? First time I got to try it, okay?
Good job.
Thank you. I think it's my doing. That's RinRin believes that she did it.
She did it.
She like pops him in the jugular.
Azaka is going to ready an action just in case it comes for Racket again, who is going to cast Toll the Dead on it as he like scurries behind Racket or behind Azaka and dings his bell. And it fails. Oof, owie.
Bones.
It's bones. It's bones. Tesh.
Great.
It's beat up the snake cat time.
Awesome. This is great. I honestly wish I had people like Hassan around me for most fights. Just my enemies don't even do anything. All you gotta do is stab him. That is a 13, but I am going to use my guided strike ability when I channel divinity to give myself +10 on the roll, so that's a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Cool. I could miss.
I could miss, but I decided not to.
Not about that life. I'm gonna use a first level spell slot.
I decide not to get hit. I also decide not to get.
This is my life. I decide. 16 total.
Kyber has truly blessed you, and in much the same way as you just did to the first one, you stick your rapier through its head, and Kyber's blessing stabs out at all of its snake heads.
Before Tesh does that, Hassan will take the pipe out of his mouth and just say, "Play dead."
Okay.
Hassan, you, sir, are truly a delight on the battlefield. This has been wonderful. Do this more often. Just make them do nothing, and I get to make a pincushion of them.
I can do that too now.
RinRin, do it as well. This is a great trick. Baz, can you also make them not do anything while I stab them?
Yeah, but they're gonna be dead first.
Oh. Well, more power to you. This is incredible.
The only stipulation for that spell is that they must understand me.
They will understand soon enough, my friend.
Oh. Fear is a universal language, isn't that right, Baz?
I could look into draft poison. What?
Racket, are you okay?
No.
Oh, buddy.
If
I cast a
Racket,
heal on him.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
go
use
ahead.
lay on hands.
RinRin
Racket.
hugs him.
He has 35 hit points total. He took 34 damage.
Oh, no.
He'll get 20 from me. Racket, dear friend. Kyber's blessing upon you. Do you have anything that can do that? Apparently, RinRin and Hassan can just make them stand there.
No, not really.
Will
You
you?
okay there, buddy? You need a snack?
I think I need to lay down.
Thank you, Comrade Dad 1917, for the follow.
No.
Ba, 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 ba. Hassan is going to kneel next to one of the snakes and just tiger panther things, commodons, and takes a dagger and just
Come on, don't.
snicks off a snake tail and starts eating it as he walks.
A little snake jerky, but it's not jerky. It's just dead snake.
Snake corpse.
Snake corpse. Cool. You continue on your way, and as you are traveling, you can see the there are some plateaus in the distance, and though you can't necessarily see it yet, Racket will point at those hills and say that's where the monastery is. It is about a day's journey away. You are able to settle down for the night, take another long rest, which is much appreciated. Ouch, owie, Racket's bones. And begin traveling anew the next morning. And the next morning, as you are... What?
Sorry, does Hassan want to talk to RinRin at some point? I know you you said that.
We had our
I'm sorry, not
conversation
Hassan. Tesh. No. Oh.
Tesh is originally, yes, that was weeks ago. He's feeling fine right now.
Okay.
Additionally, about talking, Azaka hasn't readdressed the fact that she turned into a were-tiger in front of you people, and no one has addressed her about that either.
Oh,
What
A lot of
happens in
shit happened.
What
since
happens
then.
in the jungle? It's
I guess it just
fine.
stays there.
Yeah. Everyone has proven incredibly useful on this journey. Ah! My headphones came out ever so briefly. Can you hear me?
ba, ba.
You're garbling just
Cool.
a tad.
Cool.
I think you're good now.
Sounds
Better?
better. Sounds better. Yes.
My headphones came slightly undone.
Oh,
Oh.
you were a little choppy.
Yes,
Too.
it's quite interesting.
Stream was fine though.
Cool.
That's good.
Yeah.
Again,
Ultimately, like, he's fine.
RinRin didn't see it.
I think
That's true. RinRin did not see it.
maybe Hassan might have a quick conversation with her.
If you want to.
Yeah.
So after the encounter with the Commandants, you guys are able to settle down for the night. It has been. This is the end of the third day since you guys, or the end of the second day since you guys left the Laughing Gorge. Zaka is helping set up camp as usual.
Just look over at Izaka's way till she notices him and then head nods away from camp.
She'll follow.
Baz stringing a bow, shirtless in the background.
He's just doing it now to show off.
Is he doing Bowflex?
Oh no.
Ooh.
He's just doing pull-ups on tree branches.
RinRin
Branch breaks and he falls.
RinRin is kind of watching.
Racket
But keeping
is
an eye on.
Racket is
Hassan.
definitely watching Baz. His son.
Izaka. Is what happened on the bridge with your motions to her body going to be an issue?
Was it an issue before?
I don't think so. I would have liked to been informed.
There are some who do not appreciate my curse. I like to keep it a secret.
Mm. Well, I'm not one to talk about my patients. Nice to know, though.
Is that going to be a problem? Me?
Looks over at the group. I don't think so. All things considered, we are a motley crew.
Quite the motley crew, yes. Your friends seem to be getting a very good handle of this, yourself included.
I grew up in a very rough way, so I had to learn how to adapt. I think that's one of my better features, along with my award-winning smile. I don't smile.
She doesn't smile either. Another thing that has been troubling me, well, I say troubling, more of interest. You are very different from the other Von T, but I have noticed a thing or two. You're still showing quite the affinity for, how we say, chewing on snakes.
Between you and me, well, I learned about the Yuan Ti in Waterdeep when I was at school, and I pursued a bit of the knowledge there. The funny thing about medicine and occultism is they're not too far apart.
Interesting. And what is it that you're looking for then?
He'll give her the same answer that he gave Tesh. I'm looking to perfect my work.
And I trust it won't be a problem for us and the others.
We'll see when the time comes. I don't think the Yuan Ti here like me very much.
I don't think so either, though they do seem quite interested.
When we get to Omu, I'm going to have to talk to this fellow who put a hit out on me. That's going to be fun.
You and I have very different opinions of fun.
A dry chuckle as he pats her arm and walks away.
She'll look after you and follow back to camp.
Is anyone gonna tell RinRin about this?
I
No.
think at some point, like some night as you guys are around the fire, Racket will offhandedly bring up the fact that, wasn't it so crazy? You guys remember on the bridge, like that golem was trying to hit people, and then like Azaka turned into a tiger, and she tried to push it off. That was so cool. Don't we have fun together?
Whilst he's saying that, like, Baz is translating, of
Yeah.
course, and then Azaka turned into it. And
What did
Racket.
what?
Racket, maybe we shouldn't,
What happened? Is this after I jumped off?
Yeah.
Baz kind of gives Azaka a look like, is this okay to talk about?
Well, she knows, and now you all know, so I'd appreciate it's not spread around.
Oh, you did the thing?
Yes.
She's a weird
Oh.
tiger.
That's why I heard that tiger call. Okay, that makes sense. Well, how do you feel about this? Are you okay?
Are you asking for
Azaka, yeah.
Like I told you before, I have no intention of spreading my curse, and I like to keep the secret.
Of course. But you know that I will.
She'll nod solemnly.
That being said, being a were tiger could be fairly advantageous out in the jungle.
It is quite advantageous.
So, like, what does it entail? Like, you gotta get bit, or like, is it the scratch?
To pass on my curse, yes, in my transformed state, I would have to bite someone. I was born with this, though,
Sounds painful,
and that's why I do not do it.
but useful.
You want to get bit, Baz?
No! Well, maybe. I don't know.
No, you don't want the curse, Baz.
It sounds like survivability is, it'd be easier, maybe.
I
No.
don't know what you are trying to propose, but I am not going to transfer on my curse.
If you're a werewolf, then we could have said you were barking up the wrong tree then.
It's funny.
I'm a very funny guy, Baz.
Racket's like, oh, I get it, barking up a tree. Cause like a dog. But
Bless him.
he's signing this to himself, kind of.
yeah. Yeah. I don't think I could stomach it. I'm still
No.
kombucha lady, Jeff.
No.
As you guys spend this night on a long rest, I know it's a little bit early, but I think that's a good place to leave off. As the morning breaks, in the distance you can hear Sabal now, a collection of buildings plastered on the side of a tall plateau. And that is where we will leave off for tonight.
Excellent! Wonderful game! Thank you, Tyler, for running this incredible journey through the Laughing Gorge. I still don't like the name, but hey, Tyler, speaking of things that I like, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hi, my name's Tyler, also known as at Frothy Inferno on Twitter. You can find me there every once in a while. Also, I stream here as the DM on Sundays for the Tomb of Annihilation. TheNakeHunter.com.
Hey everybody, I'm RJ here on the channel. You can catch me at RJustice282 on Twitter and Twitch, where I tweet about the nerdy things in my life and how my parents were celebrating my birthday without me.
They got a fucking cake. They're overseas.
That looked homemade.
No,
Oh,
they
It wasn't
baked the
just
cake,
a cake.
and my dad was in the back grilling all day, and my mom was cooking in the kitchen. My grandma had changed into her good outfit, and they were like, "Hey, look what you're missing."
so sad.
You can catch me here tomorrow as Calum, the Shatterkai Wizard Cleric. Oof.
Oh shit.
And of course, you can catch me over at the Hype Goblin. The times are there somewhere in the morning where I play Titus Valentine, So you take Romeo and Juliet, you take the good part of it, and then you add the Red Wedding from Game of Thrones, and you get his backstory.
That's the good part of Romeo and Juliet.
Well, no, it's like you take the end of Romeo and Juliet where it's like, yay, they don't die and they get married instead, or then there's a red wedding sort of thing that happens.
Gotcha.
What else? I think that's about it this week, actually. TheNakeHeater.com.
All right, everyone, strap in. Tomorrow, I am on this channel again, playing Gwen, the Halfling Barbarian Fighter. Tuesday at 2 o'clock, I'm playing on my own channel. I think I'm going to play Mass Effect Andromeda because I actually like that game. But anyways, I'm streaming a game. I might play through the Batman game. I don't know. After that, I will be on G Game Nights playing in Eos, the character named Rana, who's like just the most gentleman ever. Wednesday, I'll be on Nerd Immersion's channel playing Siren. Thursday, I'll be back on my own channel, hopefully playing a horror game with Lauren. And then Friday, I will be on Encounter Roleplay's channel playing the Masks game. And then on Saturday, I will be Dark. On Sunday, I'll have a double duty playing on G Game Night's channel, Slaying 101 weekly now, and back here. Ta-da! DanaeKeener.com.
And speaking of DanaeKeener.com, hi everybody, my name's Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drunks, mostly related to D&D and a lot of things on this channel. I play as Baz the Drow Rogue Fighter on Sundays, and on Mondays I play as Coriander the Oathbreaker Paladin. DanaeKeener.com.
And if you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am. But if you don't, hey Acorns, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. We do shows like this Monday, Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We actually just scheduled our session 1 for the upcoming game that we are going to be having on Thursdays. It is the Orrery of the Wanderer mini campaign from the Acquisitions Incorporated book that our dear friend Cyberwolf1201 is going to be running. It'll be a strange game. There will be inspiration. It's incredible. Who's going to be there? All of you guys, obviously, but the players are going to be myself, our dear friend Satan, Greybeard, and EJ the Grey of the Jabroniverse fame. I've always wanted to play a game with Ethan, so I'm excited that I get to do so. Also, hey, if this is your first time joining us and you're interested in checking out more of our games, we have an entire slew of episodes up at youtube.com/Indoor Adventures or anywhere where podcasts are made available for free. But we are going to be going into our Patreon-supported after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from each other, but also from the community. So if you have any questions, feel free to post them in the side chat over Mia, or join us on Discord, post them in Questions for the Courts, and we will do our best to answer them in a timely fashion. But until next time, I would like to say thank you to everybody who decided to stop on by. Thank you, Blink Dog, for the sub bomb. And thank you for everybody who agreed to be a part of this show, for coming by every week, because we couldn't do this without you guys, obviously. And we'll see all of you people next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.
Happy Pride!
Happy Pride! But make it wrath.